Good morning and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Castle Keeper Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video I am going to be taking a look at the character class, the Divine Knight. So this is one of the alternative character classes or subclasses, if you want to call them that, that is coming out of the Adventurer's Backpack, which is an awesome supplement for just a lot of additional ideas and such. Now, I know from the comments in the comment section of a number of these videos coming from the Adventurous Backpack book that these are very niche character classes, and that's absolutely true. And what I like about that fact is that these are kind of very nuanced and very situational when you might use them, and I find that that kind of a character class, if you allow them in your game as a castle keeper, and if players want to play them, it really becomes challenging to role play them within that very niche role well. And so it's something that I think that you should open your game up to, and allow players that testing of both their role playing skills in order to fit into these very nuanced character class roles. And so it's, I think overall it's a very positive thing. And again, you don't have to allow, just a few. You could allow them all. You could allow just, one or two if you wish to. You can do whatever you want that fits well at your table. I mean, some you might decide, just doesn't fit the setting that, we're running this in as well. So, I encourage you to, just keep on trying to expand your experience at the gaming table, both as a game master and as players. So, without further ado, let's start taking a look at the Divine Knight. So, the Divine Knight is a constitution based class. The gods oft have their own designs upon the world. To this end, they rely upon themselves through direct intervention or through that of their priests and worshippers. There are, however, times when none of these avenues are open to the gods, or the task to undertake is specific. In these cases, a deity may cast a portion of themselves into the world to act on their behalf. These powerful agents are called divine knights. A divine knight can come in any form the deity chooses, but it is most often in the form of humans and demi-humans. Divine knights are physical manifestations of a deity and have a specific purpose to undertake. This task is usually very difficult, time consuming, and may involve a staggering array of objectives to see through to its end. The task is generally not initially known to a divine knight and may, in fact, never be known, but events move the divine knight to fulfill it regardless. The purpose could be as broad as reviving worship or as simple as retrieving a lost or stolen object. They are innumerable but could take a great deal of time to undertake. Because they are physical manifestations of a deity, not a spiritual, the divine knight's primary attribute is constitution. The divine knight need not pray for spells or powers. They are innate to it and only become more powerful as the divine knight gains levels. Divine knights must emulate their deity, if not in form, then at least in will and desire, and must make great effort to do so within the confines of the task. Failure to do so results in the divine knight's slow or abrupt loss of power. Due to the diversity of gods, the divine knight can wear any type of armor, use any weapon. However, their weapons typically are related to their deity. Their abilities. Spells. Divine Knights use mana to cast divine spells. Each spell costs 1 mana point plus spell level to cast. A first level spell would cost 2 mana points. A fourth level spell would cost 5 mana points. A divine knight can cast any divine spell as long as they have enough mana points to do so, and it does not exceed the maximum spell level they can cast as shown on the chart below. To cast spells that are higher than the caster's level, they must make a successful Constitution attribute check. The CL is equal to the level of the spell. For example, a second level Divine Knight attempts to cast a third level spell. The CL is 3. Their Constitution attribute check must equal 15 or higher to successfully cast the spell. Failure to cast a spell indicates loss of the mana used in the attempting the spell manipulated by a 2, multiplied by a 2. Mana lost, I'm sorry, let me reread that. Failure to cast a spell indicates loss of mana used in attempting to cast a spell multiplied by 2. So if you had to, if you're trying to cast a third level spell, that would be 4 mana used. But if you fail, it's going to cost 8 mana total. Mana lost in excess of what the Divine Knight has available is hit point loss damage. So you can actually take damage from these mana loss failures. Mana is derived from the character's level plus Constitution bonus as per the chart below. In the example above, failure would indicate loss of 8 mana points. All right, and so you can see here at level 1, they have 4 mana. At level 2, they have 5, and so on and so forth, up to a maximum of 65. They recover all of their mana every 24 hours. So after one good night's sleep. Continuing his abilities here. Sorry. So deific voice. Once per day, the Divine Knight can channel the voice of their deity to affect those nearby. The range is 10 feet area of effect per level. They can boost morale at first level. They can boost fortitude at third level. They can enthrall at fifth level. At third level, the Divine Knight can choose either morale boost or fortitude. At fifth level, they can choose either morale boost, fortitude, or enthrall. All right. So this is the once per day ability. So they have more of a choice as they go higher in level, right? So they can choose any of the previous leveled abilities. Deific presence. At 8th level, the Divine Knight gains the ability to project the power of their deity. The Divine Knight makes the deity's presence known to all around by calling forth a deific aura. The aura is visible to all who can see the Divine Knight, and it becomes immediately clear to all viewing that they are witnessing a direct deific intervention with an area of effect equal to 10 feet diameter per level of the Divine Knight. Creatures subject to the effect must make a charisma saving throw to avoid the consequences. If successful, they remain immune to the deific presence for 24 hours. On failure, all creatures of 4 or less hit die or levels become stunned for 1d4 rounds. Any attack or offensive action versus stunned opponents negates the effect on the round immediately thereafter. Blessed Warrior. At 10th level, Divine Knight is able to create a Blessed Warrior. This powerful spell allows the caster to bless the recipient, causing them to become servants to the deity or pantheon. The spell significantly enhances the powers of the recipient, but only if the actions undertaken by the recipient are in the service of the deity or pantheon and help to further their goals or desires. To cast successfully prayers, and blessings need to be conferred. The Divine Knight must be in the possession of a holy item, and the recipient has to be of like faith and or friend of the divine knight. The blessing grants, a +1 to the recipient's primary attribute, a +1 to hit, a +1 to SR, saving rolls, a +1 to AC, a +1 to initiative, and a +1 to all saving throws, and +1 to 4 temporary hit points. Every 4 levels, the bonus increases by 1 and hit points by an additional d4. At 14th level, the bonuses are +2 and the temporary 2d4 hit points are granted. The duration is 10 rounds plus 1 round per level of the caster. The number of warriors that can be blessed also increases by 1 every 2 levels above 10. So 2 at level 12, 3 at level 14, and 4 at level 16. So here is the stat block for them. So their primary attribute is Constitution. Their hit die is a D8. Any weapon, any armor, any alignment, and abilities are spells, deific voice, deific presence, and blessed warrior. And you can see here that they go up. So they're at +1 to hit at levels 2 and 3, then +2 at levels 4 and 5, +3 at 6 and 7, +4 at 8 and 9, +5 at 10 and 11, and a maximum of +6 at levels 12 and beyond. So there we have a again, once again, a very unique class, and it's like the divine intervention. So the character is an actual the embodiment of a divine intervention on the world, which makes it very much different than what a paladin is. Yeah, and that was something I wanted to definitely take a look at and see, well, how is a divine knight different than a paladin? And so there you have it. I mean, you can see this this character as or this character class as something you wouldn't see very often, if not more than once in your entire campaign. So that's another thing that I would certainly look at, is whether or not you want this character to be just the one of only one, on the, there can only be one kind of a character for each deity in the world. Or if I'm currently playing or getting ready to play in a Castles and Crusades campaign, as a player, as a cleric, and it's in a monotheistic world setting. So really looking forward to seeing that. And this is the kind of thing that I would expect that deity to manifest on the world, is one of these divine knights as an NPC. So again, you can, as a castle keeper, use these as simply NPCs to be someone that is a quest giver for the player characters, or you can allow one of your players to play one. So really cool stuff. Again, very niche, very challenging to role play, and very situational. You might come up with a variety of ways to use this character class as a castle keeper, or if you're specifically designing your campaign with just one player, and that one player is going to play this character class, then I can see it working that way, where you have a very small group, or just, like I said, a single player attempting to role play this out. So really cool stuff, as always. Really like these variants of character classes and such. I think it gives a lot of depth to the game, and gives you a lot of tools as a castle keeper to utilize and to surprise your players with some of these variants of classes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen or at a gaming table sometime soon at a convention. And maybe we'll catch you on the Castles and Crusades side of a convention, and or on the gaming screen. Like I said, I'm just about to begin a an alternating Thursday night game. So new group of players, a new castle keeper, just recently reached out on the Castles and Crusades official Facebook community, and I friended a whole bunch of people in there because I'm just trying to build my Castles and Crusades network. And one of them came in and said, "Hey, I think that you would fit really well in our group." And he invited me to join the group. And so tonight's the night. So maybe I'll do a recap tomorrow. I'm playing a cleric, and see how things go, for our Thursday night game. So thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. As always, like and comment and share if you have your Castles and Crusades group and you want to share it amongst your friends. And Yeah, the catalog of videos in this playlist, this Castles and Crusades playlist, is now pushing around, I think, 55 videos, and there's going to be no stopping them. I'm going to keep them coming, and I have at least another, I think, 12 uh, or maybe 10 character classes to continue on, and then I'll dig into some other aspect of Castles and Crusades because it is the gift that keeps on giving. So you'll have a great day. Take care.